This past May, I spent almost 2 weeks in Oahu, Hawaii, and naturally when I travel, I love to plan most of my trips around photography. This trip specifically had a ton of hiking. Some of the hikes were pretty intense, and I wanted to explore using a sling bag, just so I can travel a bit lighter, have less weight on my back, and enjoy the hiking a little bit more. So this kind of snowballed into doing a bunch of research into various sling bags, and of course, once I picked the bag, outfitting the bag, optimizing it for the trip, and of course, photography in general. After doing a bunch of research and watching a ton of reviews on YouTube, of course, I ended up going with the Wandrd Rogue 6L Sling. Also, just to be transparent, this video is not sponsored by Wandrd in any way, shape, or form. I bought the bag with my own money, and like all my videos, I'm giving you my true, honest opinion. I love the process in picking out the bag, and I love this sling so much that I want to make a quick video for you guys, and maybe it'll help you out as well. So if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. It would help me out a ton as I'm trying to grow this channel. And with that being said, let's get into the video. My requirements for this bag weren't too crazy. Obviously, I wanted a sling bag which I could fit a GFX body with a lens attached, put that in, and of course have one additional lens, and optional if I wanted to bring one, space for that as well. I needed space for a bunch of miscellaneous items that I may need while on a hike or just out and about. Extra batteries, SD card, phone charger and or camera charger, stuff like that, which most bags will accommodate anyway. Ultimately, starting with those pretty obvious requirements, once I started diving into bags, it really came down to holding two things, a tripod and a water bottle. Also, I wanted a camera sling that was very comfortable and was not a messenger bag. This needed to be as small as possible form factor and sit well on my back. I'll just show you what this bag looks like from all the different angles. From the top, you have a really sturdy handle. Each side, you have a side handle as well. The back is padded, which is actually really nice. It definitely helps on long hikes. The sling is also padded as well, and it has all these notches. The main purpose of it is to adjust this extra strap for support, but you could potentially put additional accessories on this. On the front, we have tripod straps. You basically unclip these, release more of these straps here, and then you can put this tripod right here. On the bottom, we have a water bottle holder. We also have a zipper on the bottom for laptop sleeve to expand outward. And also on the top, we have the top zipper for the laptop sleeve as well. But this also doubles as like an extra pocket to store things. Before we jump into the main part, we have a front pocket, we have a larger pocket, and then a smaller pocket, and also a little clip for keys or anything like that. If we zip open the top, right off the bat, we have another zipper, which you could put, things in here, batteries, etc. Then we have the main component, which is obviously the part you store your cameras and lenses in. And if you pull this back, we have a couple different dividers in the back, and we have two side pockets in here. And then we also have one main pocket here. We also have these little cases here, which you could use for batteries and also SD cards, anything like that. That's pretty much the inside. There is an extra divider. I took that out. That is the bag in a nutshell. So for me, the main reason that I was sold on this bag, two things, tripod and water bottle. I'm gonna put these on before we get into the camera stuff, because these were honestly the biggest decision makers for me. So to do that, you could just basically undo these Velcro, and you could just pull these back. I have the Happy tripod, made a video about that. I think it's a really amazing travel tripod. Find the perfect length for this, and you can tighten it up once you get it on there. Super easy. You just basically pull it back. There's 3 pieces of Velcro that hold it, and you can just basically slide your water bottle in. On each side, there are elastic bands, and you just clip it to the little hook thing here. You can do it on the other side as well. And that will hold your water bottle in. And I did some serious hikes with this bag. Never had any issues with the water bottle falling out. And that was one thing I figured could potentially happen. These don't necessarily look super sturdy to me, but they did work really, really well while hiking. The one negative thing about this bag, it's not a square. The bottom portion goes inward. It really kind of robs you of a little bit of space. I would have rather had the bag push out a little bit more so that camera would fit a little bit better. I have the GFX 100S2. It's the same exact body size as the GFX 100S. Basically, you just pop this in here. As you can see, the zipper zips without an issue with the empty bag. I have the 20 to 35 millimeter lens. You just pop this into this side, put in this divider, super snug, so we give the body as much room as possible. Lens all the way in the side, as you can see, super easy to take in and out, and it would zip no problem. And I found that it's best to put the strap in afterwards. 2 lenses, one on the body. For the GFX, fits perfect. Where you get into a little bit of an issue is once you start to put stuff in the bag. I'm gonna just pack the bag and I'll talk about some different accessories I found for the trip and just in general for this bag. So first part, I found that the batteries work well in this top zipper. So I'm just gonna pop 2 batteries in there, top zipper. These pouches on the inside, that's a good spot for lens wipes. I pop those in this side zipper right here. We have your Peak design. I like to put it in this pocket on the side as well. And then I also have a brand new lens cloth, pop that in there as well. So SD card, I like to keep it in the case just for a quick, super easy access one. I pop that right into pouches right here. I found that that's a good spot. In the front, I just have a notebook just in case I need to write something down, pen and a Sharpie. And they don't really impact the bag in terms of space or weight. I'm just gonna put the camera back in this bag. And if we go to close it, we're still in the clear. Pop this lens in as well. I'm just gonna zip this shut for a minute. Then I like to use this laptop sleeve for additional accessories. Lens filter, Kalari. I did a whole video on them. They have this really nice edge that makes it just super nice, but their cases are also sick. My go-to for carrying lens filters is a Hadia case. It's obviously not gonna fit in here. So I found that like for different hikes, I would just put in lens filter in a Kalari case, pop this in the back. Also, I have a SD card case, 4 SD cards, 4 full size, and it holds a bunch of micro ones. This is just like my backup. So this actually I put into the main spot with the other SD card. See, as you can see, it starts to get a little bit harder to zip. But yeah, the other thing is this battery brick for the phone or the camera. I got a Anker fast charge 1-foot cable, and this is a Vitomix battery brick. This is just super small. It's 10,000 milliamps and it's really fast charging. This I bring as well, because just in case, and of course some hand sanitizer. So as you can see, now if you look at the bag, this is fully stacked. It's definitely big. And if we open this up and we go to shut it again, still shuts fine. It's a little bit hard to shut. Let's also pop on this tripod again. Just pull the strap, pop it in, pull the strap, pop it in, and then just pull it back. Last thing, water bottle. So this water bottle is just a hydrocell. Got it on Amazon. I've seen water bottles have these, I'm blanking on the word, but have this rope attached to it. And what I also found works really well is if you just unclip this, you can wrap it around the strap here, this grip. It's a bit more secure, I found. So this is basically the bag. To be totally honest, like the bag's comfortable. Here's a side view. So this bag actually feels really balanced right now. And even if I take the camera out, it's still decently balanced. So we did the Coco Stairs in Oahu. I had this on me with the same exact setup here. It's just like 1,000 feet elevation just straight up on railroad tracks. This bag was totally fine. The hike was a little intense, not too bad. It was fine to hike with. I felt balanced. I didn't feel like I was gonna fall or anything. This clip feels sturdy. I've had a few sling bags where this clip feels like it's like a hairpin. Like if you just press it, it pops right off, and that to me is like a dangerous thing. This clip felt fine. Couple notes with this bag. You are obviously on the GFX system, you're limited with the lenses you can put in this bag. I have the 110 here. If I just swap the 23, as you can see, the 110 is a bit taller. And if you pop this 110 in, too big. If you put on the 110, for example, and you didn't want to have 2 lenses in the bag, you knew you wanted to shoot with the 110, you could rearrange the case on the inside, pop it in. Also, these batteries on the top make it a little bit harder. You got to get everything kind of in the right spot, but the 110 can work as well. It's just, you can't put another lens in the bag with that. So say, for example, you knew you only needed 1 lens, take this lens out, secondary lens, and pop in this filter bag. A couple of bonus entries since we're talking about items here. I have these carabiners I got, and this S-beaner is really solid. Basically hook it to your other carabiner, put this on your belt. Super great, and it has all these locking things on the sides. Didn't use this a ton when I was on hikes. I didn't use this one as much. This is also a really solid carabiner. If you're not using them, you know, you could just just pop them on a bag. And a couple other things specifically for hiking. I got a G-Shock inspired Apple Watch band case. It's super rugged, and I also think it looks kind of cool. That I brought on the hike. I also replaced my wedding band with a silicone one. If you've never heard of ring degloving, look that up. I have these AirTag holders. I think these are really sick. I have them on my Peak design bag as well. And it just fits really nicely here. Doesn't get in the way of the tripod. I'll link to that in the description if you want to check it out. Overall, I am super happy with this Sling Bag. I think it is a killer bag. It makes it so that I can travel really light when I need to, whether it is on vacation or street photography in New York City. It forces me to travel light and not carry a bunch of stuff with me. Also, I think it's really the only sling bag that can really handle a tripod and a water bottle. I didn't mention this before, but it's a 32-ounce water bottle, which is pretty big. It handles a GFX with a lens, 2 lenses actually, which is a super large camera system if you are not coming from the GFX world. The organization inside is definitely good enough. I think the laptop portion is a little weird. They kind of show it on their website as if you're biking around. I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna put my laptop in the sling section and bike around with it exposed like that. It's kind of weird in my opinion. I think that everything else about this bag is pretty solid. The organization on the inside could be a little bit better. If they ditched the laptop sleeve, they could probably build in some nicer organization. Also, I think that the finish of the bag is really nice. I really love the black on black look. I think it looks really awesome. That was also another requirement. I didn't want the bag to look too stuffy. And I like that the bag has rain resistant zippers. That is super important. I think that the clips could be a bit higher end and all the straps and all that. The bag is definitely more of a premium type of price bag. So I think that would be my suggestion to them moving forward, or even make like a more premium kind of bag. Same internals, but different material. That would even accept a little bit heavier of a bag as well. But overall, like I'm just kind of nitpicking. I don't think it's a perfect bag, but honestly, I'm always really happy and excited to use it. So let me know your thoughts on this bag. Are you considering purchasing this bag, or did you purchase it? Do you hate it? Let me know. I'd love to talk gear with you in the comments below. If you would love to support this channel, I have affiliate links to pretty much everything I mentioned. And that goes a really long way. These videos take a ton of effort to make, so it would definitely help me out if you could do that. If that's not your thing, I have a link to buy me a coffee also in the description. I really love caffeine, and that kind of fuels these videos. That being said, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you in the next video.